So this dude over here is actually one of the better living statues I've seen in a long while. There was one or two more like down like the boardwalk. Clearly has like sort of like a native aboriginal like theme to it. Kind of gotta wait for like these kids to get out of the way there because like when you go and toss in like the donation here, you see it's open up a box and like there's like a fortune that's coming out of it. So all right, I'm doing it. Alright, this is tied in a way that's going to defeat me from doing this in the same video, so I gotta have to push pause here. Well, I probably shouldn't have been surprised by this, but my fortune is written in Portuguese. So I'm struggling a little. Unfortunately, I did not go and download the Google Translate app that you see advertisements for everywhere, so I'm gonna hang on to this guy for now, and maybe we'll sort this thing out later, and hopefully this is a good fortune. Hopefully this is like you're gonna have lots of fun experiences and make lots of money and, you know, fun stuff like that. It ended up just being another day down on the beach. So when I came down here to this particular area before, they had a bunch of area that was all cordoned off because they were doing cycling here, right? So it was actually really difficult. It was just one main street that goes down the entire length of Copacabana Beach and then the beach next door. And there were big sections of it where you couldn't get across because they had to keep it sort of segregated off for cyclists when they came through. The tourist thing to go and see, if like notice, like between those two beaches, there's supposed to be like an old regiment that's now like a museum piece, which is actually this thing like right back here, but you can't get in there because it's being taken over by like Olympic, you know, committee stuff. But it is sort of an example. This is where you can go and see just a bunch of just army guys just kind of like hanging out, not really doing anything, all over the place. They just sort of slowly swagger, and they got like a machine gun kind of like across like their chest, kind of pointing down to the ground. Got that Matrix sunglasses thing going on, and people, like the tourists will run up to them and say like, "Hey, can I take a picture with you?" And they're like, they very stoically say yes, and they're very scowling, and like two like giggling teenage girls get between them, like. So you know, whatever. At least they're having fun. It's the perception of safety again. I heard that like closer to the beginning, there actually was some sort of a public demonstration of some kind over Copacabana Beach, like the people that actually had some serious beef with it. But that's kind of the last I've really heard about it. This was not even a 5-minute walk from the beach that I was just from. You can see like the waves here are just like way too big for any like swimmer to get into. I haven't actually taken a look down the beach, but I have a suspicion there's probably nobody on it. You're looking down like the length of the beach. I don't know, I can see pods of people, but not nearly as busy as it would otherwise be. This is sort of like a beach that, compared to Copacabana Beach, it's tends to be a little more cheap, a little cleaner. It tends to be a little fuller. I guess I'm not sure. I guess Copacabana's fuller because of its popularity. But should definitely have more people than this. Hello again, friends. So apparently, even though they didn't expressly say this on the website, British House was also invitation only, not open to the public. So what I often do is just went outside and just say like, all right, well I gotta go back home, and I walked an awful long way to go and get here. So I went and got on a bus that was kind of going where I wanted to go, and I ended up back at the docks. So I've learned since then. I saw like these in a video, I don't know, a couple of days ago. We got these two different sailing ships here. One of which has the Portuguese flag. Turns out the Portuguese flag is actually the version of Portuguese House. Now, since my track record is so amazing, I'm not going to drive over there and get into it, but it's going to make the price float along. Back over here, we have our friend, the hot air balloon. Still haven't seen that thing actually move up, but I've only been here a couple of minutes, so maybe that's happening now. I think the idea is like once the weather is cooperating, it's a little windy right now, so maybe they're kind of grounding it. It takes people up so you can go see like a city horizon. And of course, see like the big screen over here. I'm not actually sure what events we're going to go, you know, commentate over there, but most likely it's going to be Brazilian participants, I assume. So I'm going to hang out here for a while. Looking like the place is like pretty jumping. So you can see like down the boardwalk both way. I don't know, there's usually like 2,000 people just in the sight line. I know when you go around the corner, that's where it goes back to the Museum of Tomorrow. So like you'll head back towards that the mural of the 5 indigenous tribes from 5 continents. So I'm just going to wander down here for a while and see what I find. So now I found the Finland House. which also won't let me in. Although they say they won't let anybody in because they're a work in progress. And we're like now like halfway through the game, so you know, guys, get your act together here. I'll say one thing about the place. You know, generally nice people. Interesting mix. I do like every time there's like a party, there's always somebody selling like beer for cheaper than like the food vendors are. So, showing a little Brahma. Remember commercials for about 10 years ago? Y'all remember that, right? A little bit of homelessness. Nice purse though. We got a big screen over here. It looks like Fiji. Just took the gold medal in rugby sevens. Wasn't expecting that. Got some rugby people in my office that'll probably be like very excited to hear that at least Australia got like the bronze. I should double check that before I start talking. I think I'm the only guy in the room that doesn't know the words to this one.
Por gentileza, não apoia no vidro, tá?
So what large-scale celebration is not complete without a Lego replica of the entire city? Okay, so I went to this beach today. It's Copacabana. Let's see, US Hay House was around there. That would be the Sugarloaf. I didn't go to that, so there's a gondola that goes back and forth. See that? This thing right here, actually staying really near that. So that's the aqueduct. That's the cathedral went into the other day. That would of course be Jesus. Let's see. So way over here, this is part of the Olympic Park. So there's like the three stadiums are right next to each other. It seems like that should be farther away. Apparently there's really like bitchin' like pagoda over here. I gotta figure out what that is. See a train right here. This is the Museum of Tomorrow. And that seems like it should be in another spa. We're gonna move over there. Find our way in the crowds. Yeah, let's do it at the Museum of Tomorrow. So, if that's the Museum of Tomorrow, then the mural should just be over here, but that's not quite right. The aqueduct's not supposed to come quite this far. How dare they not get the accuracy correct? For shame on you, Lego. Okay. Okay, so I'm a little confused by this, so I know what that is. I'm not exactly sure what this thing's supposed to be. I'm guessing just by looking at the characters you go and seeing that this was some representation of like the opening ceremonies. So over there, what do they call that? So that's where the opening ceremonies were actually held. So that's something samba. So that over there, so the representation of the thing you're gonna play tennis in. There's churches. Then the forest is so lush and green. Ooh, the process of cleaning in there. Oh, there's soccer going on in the stadium. I cannot tell who is playing. Another balloon. Oh, here we go. Skate park. I don't remember seeing the skate park. Wait a minute. I think I do remember seeing the skate park. So when I first saw this, I thought this was the lagoon. So just from the back view of like Jesus, from Christ the Redeemer. So I guess maybe this would be over here. This is sort of like the lake, the laguna, where they had a couple of different cultural pavilions. And And so that would have been where Canada House was. That's where Holland House was, or Dutch House was. Holland Heineken House. That's where Britain House was. Yeah, it's pretty cool.